Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Friendsim 2. We just talked to our three-eyed friend and just met back up with our friend Marcy. Let's keep going on, shall we? You two have got to get out of here as soon as possible. You'll help her find an exit.
No, I'm not leaving without those coordinates.
You get it, but it's far too dangerous. You explain you were just in Archer's office, and you saw enough to know you shouldn't have ever let her come here. The two of you need to get out now.
Her office? Take me there.
No, you were just saying...
I know, but I've come too far to give up now. Please, I get it, but I'm asking for your help.
It's such a blatant demonstration of character development. Take Marty's hand and the two of you rush back to her office. Marty takes it in the surroundings for a moment. It makes you realize how on-brand the space really is. It must be leaving an impression. No time for that though. You two land in front of the computer where you explain to Marty that the machine is locked by a password. She tries a few things quickly, but to no avail, sweating frantically under her breath.
It's no good. Any idea what the password might be?
No, you... Wait, actually, it's possible you might have some idea. God, I don't know what the password is. I don't know what the password is. Our data... Totally not looking this up because I want to know what it is, what's on the computer. This up. So apparently, it's, apparently the password is disgusting. I don't know how you're supposed to find that. Okay, so... Wait.
I see you've brought more friends.
Wait.
How delightful.
Wait, what happened? I'm loaded.
I'm harder.
Go, you're in. Marty takes over, navigating to some sort of elaborate spreadsheet you don't understand. She finds what you guess are coordinates and quickly takes a snapshot with your palm.
Yes! Alright, let's get out of here.
Going so soon? I see you've brought more friends. How delightful.
You spin around and put your hands up. Ajara walks toward the two of you. Marty asks fast. She grabs the shotgun, slinging it back up and pointing it to level it. Ajara stops. There's a moment of panic before she settles with an intense look.
This is your friend.
You tell Ajara to stop. It doesn't have to go like this.
I'm afraid she's made a terrible mistake.
Another step. Only a foot away from the end of the barrel. Your little body shakes like a leaf and sweat drips off Marty's brow.
Don't ever hesitate.
You feel your arms begin to move, reach into your pocket for the laser pistol. Panic surges as you feel the little grip settle around the handle, your finger on the trigger. Marty watches in horror as you pull it from your hoodie and raise the gun. To your own temple, Marty backs away, her eyes darting between the two of you.
Now, let's drop that weapon.
Marty, the look on her face breaks your heart. Frustration, rage, sorrow, and finally defeat.
Damn it!
Marty lowers her arms, dropping the shotgun. Her hands come up in a moment later. Adria steps forward and slides the weapon. Oh, because she controlled us to do that. Slides the weapon away from the sweep of her foot. You're helpless to watch as she backs Marty toward the restraints in the corner of the room.
If it's any consolation, I feel for you.
Andrea pushes her down into a seat. Marty allows herself to be strapped in while you're stuck holding yourself hostage. This is all going so wrong, made worse by the way Marty looks at you with regret, like this is her fault. The gut looks into your core. Andrea pauses to pick up a scalpel from an assortment of diabolical tools on the wall. Your chest seizes up.
I almost wanted to see you win. What a lovely surprise that would have been. I'm sure the audience would have been thrilled.
Of course, she's speaking to us, the player, I'm sure. Audience, you see on the screens that the room is being broadcasted. Live chat races by, too fast for you to read. Adriel hovers the scalpel against Marcy's neck. She cranes her head away, gritting her teeth.
Ah, fuck!
You think as loudly as possible, pleading for Adriel to stop. What about you told her before? There has to be another way.
Shh. You couldn't even beat me. How do you imagine you'd fare against my superior? How heartbreaking. How truly heartbreaking. You've no idea how much you've let me down. I simply must repay you.
Sadrea brings the scalpel down into Marty's thigh. Your whole body manages to flinch even through the mind control. This is too horrible. It's like a nightmare. You can't... There has to be something here to think.
There's nothing. No one can help you. I'll prove it to you once and for all that your pathetic little revolution is nothing but a pathetic wiggler's dream.
As Adrea lifts the blade, the light suddenly is cut out. You freeze. One by one, monitors come to life along the back wall. It's... Serbia!
What's up? Can't stop the signal, baby.
You. How sad. You've gone through all the trouble of breaking into my feed just to watch your friend die. You've never accomplished anything in your short, pathetic life. And today, you amount to nothing for the last time.
You know what? You're right. I admit it. I've been wasting my time down here. Putting my headphones on and blocking out the world. Shit's sad. My content isn't enough to stop the Empire. Which is why I bugged the alien before they left my hive.
You! Ugh!
That's right. I've been broadcasting from their mic for the past hour. Whole planet heard every last word. You are in so much fucking trouble.
No, you've ruined everything!
Once again, and this time all the screens turn a bright, overwhelming violet. If Adria looked angry before, terror overcomes her now. She backs away from the screens. A silhouette of a figure you don't recognize flickers into view. Immediately, a sinking feeling hits your stomach.
I have to express my disappointment, Captain Carmilla. The Empire had great hopes of you. It will be inconvenient to find your replacement.
Hi, Imperator.
Silence! You've lost your right to speak. I don't need to hear from dead worms. I've alerted the guards. They will be with you shortly. But don't worry. Talent like yours won't go to waste. We'll plan a grand finale for your show.
Feet cut. Drea buckles, winded by the realization of what's happening. You feel her concentration shatter, the hold of your mind releasing in an instant. She turns to the two of you, wild, uncomposed.
I'll punish you.
Quick time events coming up. You think fast. This might be your one chance. What you can do to create a distraction. I'm gonna quickly save. You take a laser pistol and crank it to the highest setting before locking the barrel shut. You pull the trigger until it clicks down to the charging state. Hold it above your head and... Yeah, I just wanted to see the bad ending. The council will see you now. You return to the familiar void. The same woman as before sits before you. Okay, that time had to be on purpose. Like, if she and whoever the ones jerking you around in this weird adventure without any clue of what's really going on, what does she get off asking you what gives? Yeesh, okay. Can you and I just talk for a second about this punk? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Huh? You have the right to... Suddenly you don't have the right mind at all. In fact, you feel like you're not talking for a while. You're going to sit there quietly and let this nice lady have her conversation with whoever she's talking to. Sorry about that. Protagonist, am I right? Always thinking everything's about them. Who is she actually? Right now, the girl reading this. Or maybe it's a joke. That wasn't a very good answer. My sincerest apologies. Why are you here? I wanted to see it all. Right then, by all means. My turn. I have a question. Don't you have doubts about all this? More and more human communication moves into a monetization environment, platforms that don't belong to us. They want to sell you what you're missing. Want to tell you that you don't have it, and they never will. There will never be revolutionary content. Messages become medium. Everything is past hope. We're in the belly of the Ouroboros. Or is that just empty pessimism? Isn't it pathetic to ignore other options? Aren't you supposed to dream? Aren't we determined to change? Maybe you know. Create distraction. Throw. Come into a moment. The room is dark. Besides occasional sparks from severed wires and into small flames flickering across the ground, you cough out some dust and heave yourself back up to your feet. The first thing you do is race over to Marty, unbuckling her from the restraints. She seems unharmed by the explosion, staggering upright and gripping you to your shoulders for your support. You give her an unapologetic look. She could have been hurt.
Don't. It was a good idea.
As the two of you move from the chair, you spy Drea dragging yourself from under the collapsed console. She stands and settles you with a glare, eyes tearing your hiss boils from her throat. Marty pushes you aside and lunges, and the two collide into a contest of shoves and blows.
Wait!
She cuts off by a solid punch to the jaw, recoiling as you see her dig into her robe for a small black dagger. Marty barely leaps out of the way in time for the blade just to catch her cheek. She puts a hand against the wound and it comes away maroon. The fight resumes and you scramble trying to find the shotgun.
You don't understand what they do to me. The Seed Dwellers, the Subjugulators.
You're afraid of clowns? That's fucking pathetic.
You find it remembering the hostage situation, but before you check the shells. The shotgun's empty. It's been out of ammo this whole time. Marty was bluffing. You don't know whenever to be believed or just increasingly desperate.
The High Bloods would never let me go. They'll come for you too.
Everyone's a high blood to me.
Drea makes another swipe that puts a red gash into Marty's arm as the dagger connects. She grabs at her wrist, trying to wrench the knife away. They trip on rubble and go down. The fight is quick, messy, ugly, and Marty is winning. Her eyes are wide and red. The sound of two solid punches ring through the room. She wrenches back arm for a third. Adria catches your blade. She shoves her hand reaching.
Help me! Please!
Marty picks up the knife from the floor and Adria grabs at her. The two of them struggle.
I don't have time for this.
Stop. Marty, stop! She does, barely. You see her arm shake in the air as they rip free of Adria's grips, the dagger hand suspended by a mere thread of restraint.
Why? Why shouldn't I? After what she's done?
The Empire will kill her anyway. Doesn't matter, the guards are on their way. The Empire's gonna kill her anyway. But you have to... You look away as the blade comes down. The sound of impact will probably stay in your head forever. Marty lets out a sobbing, angry exhale, wrought with terror in the past few hours. Suddenly, she stops. You dare to look. Adria has lifted one gloved hand to fit her palm to Marty's cheek. It stays there for a moment. The last look on her face is almost. Her arms drop, her eyes go blank. Drea comments, "God damn it, no!" Marchie stands. You slowly approach her, reaching out to touch her arm. She recoils at first, but soon she lets you, leaning on you slightly. Is she okay?
I'm alive, I guess.
Try not to look or think, one step at a time. Increased chirping sound for coming out of your palm husk. Whoever's calling.
Holy shit, I'm so fucking glad you're alive.
Obviously, this is my first route, but I'm gonna just save that there. I'm gonna see if I can try and save her. Hopefully. Stop. So we already see no. She doesn't have to die. We won't say it what she deserves, but she doesn't have to die. You can take Andrea away from here, make sure she never hurts anyone again. Marty doesn't have to do this. It's over. The knife stays suspended for 1 moment, 2, before Marty posture slumps. Okay, good. We saved her. We saved her. Arm falling to her sides. Finally let yourself take a breath. She tosses the knife away. It skitters under some desk somewhere. The room is quiet, except for the cackling of flames and all of you gasping for air. It's done. You lived. It's certainly something. It's definitely a dangerous situation that we're in. You go to Marty to help her to her feet. She weakly slumps against you, though it's hard for her to put her weight against someone so small. Drea sits cautiously, spits out a mouthful of blue blood. She gives you a look that says, "It all, now what?" That is honestly very true. Now what? Which I... Encouraging chirping sound comes from your pockets. You take out your palm husk. Sever is calling you.
Holy shit, I'm so fucking glad you're alive.
Yeah.
The signal cut out and I saw an explosion. I'm on my way. Hang tight, okay?
Promise to hang tight. You think you'd agree to just about anything right about now, though. You're still catching up to what just happened. In a few short moments, they come through the doors of the office, taking the side of the chaos and destruction.
Holy shit.
Sever, how did you get up here so quickly?
Stairs. You weren't watching the stream? Masty killed, all the guards.
Hey, fair enough, you guess. You help transfer Marty over to Sivera. They sling one of her arms over their shoulders. That's where Sivera noticed Andrea. They're scrutinizing intensely with the one green eye, looking occasionally to you for confirmation. You try to make that face say, "Please, somehow I believe that I have this under control."
Wow, okay. You sure this part of the plan, little dude?
Much as it can be, my friend, as much as it can be. Well, it's a lot. You know you're asking a huge favor, but you can give them the details later. We're not gonna sending them in the top of the Imperial Tower with reinforcements on the way.
You're lucky I love you so goddamn much.
Aw, thank you, Sarah.
Fine, let's, Oh, shit.
What's the problem? Don't tell me there's something else you forgot.
We can't leave. Soldiers will be at the foot of the building by the time we get down there.
She's right. We're trapped.
Of course we are.
No, you're not.
The three of you turn to Andrea. She shrinks a little.
You're not. I can help. My helicopter.
Helicopter?
My whirlwind. Upstairs.
It'll do. Come on.
Wait, you got anything you need to do before we go? Because we are, never ever coming back here, Lumfell.
Do you rack your brain for a moment? Nope, let's blow this dump. When you get to the roof, the faintest hints of daylight are threatening to the edge of the sky. Time flies when you're under more peril. You want to feel relieved, even though you know a Tyrian sun will kill you. For the first time since you started your adventures, you're suddenly overcome with a preciousness, homesickness for Earth. Soon, you tell yourself. Hopefully soon. Andrea's helicopter waits at the center of the platform. As you approach, Marjorie slings herself off the tower support and walks away.
Hey, pilot, where you off to?
I can fly it. Just give me a minute. I need to be alone.
Okay, don't take too long. We gotta get moving.
Marty goes to the edge of the platform and sits down. He Watch her for a while, then turn to the platform for the rest of you. It looks like she's in a fog. She glances between you and Serva as if picking up on some sort of psychic channel you're not privy to.
I'll give you two some space.
That just leaves you and Serva. They have conflicted look on their face. Is there a problem?
Can't believe it's all really gone, you know?
I mean, I suppose that's fair.
Spent a whole sweep in that room, and now I'll never see it again. And there's no telling if I'll ever be able to get back on those accounts. I'm like a mega fugitive now for sure.
I know that's true. Meanie so bear. You're sorry about that, you tell them. You know how much you meant to them. Serva shrugs his shoulders, looks away.
It's fine. It's whatever. Nothing to be done about it. You just gotta move on and accept shit as it is, am I right? I'ma let it be. Besides, something tells me we're gonna have bigger shit to worry about. Especially with Ardita. Got no idea how I'll be explaining that one to Malik.
Mind you have a feeling this branch is going to be a doozy. Serva smiles politely as if that must sound to them like insane ramblings. That's fine. You can ask for a better, more tolerant friend to take you a strange bullish and stride.
Let's just go. Maybe if I'm lucky, all the shit that happened today will make sense to me by daybreak.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, go where? Without the hideout? Aren't you sort of stranded out
Got
here?
in touch with the rebels and upgraded our status to Calamitous. Turns out we got lucky. There's someone who can swing by and grab us if we head out to the dunes.
Okay, phew, there's a plan. Someone else's plan that you don't have to enact or manage yourself. You just nearly collapse in sun relief. You get to leave.
You're telling me. I'm gonna miss my computer.
As he gets up and approaches a helicopter, Server gives you a nod and jogs over to check in with her. Wait for Adria to return to your side.
This is it, I suppose? I'll be handed to the rebels, who await my fate. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, you're still planning to keep your promise. You told her that she could leave Atera in spite of everything. You're going to keep that promise. Really don't know how to feel about this. Something in your gut. It twists and turns, but it doesn't feel like she... Say that decision is a bridge you'll cross when you get to it, but you have a feeling you've crossed it a ways back and burned it to the ground in the process.
I couldn't have imagined this feeling.
Feeling? What feeling?
It feels free.
She says nothing more. You don't really seem to have words either. The two of you head for the chopper. Serva climbs in with Adria following after them. Marty says, leaning against the side open window, her arms folded and her expression stern. She seems a little more focused.
I don't understand. Why her? Do you just not care about any of the people she's killed?
Marty. You're sorry, you didn't mean to even imply that.
I'm asking you because I want you to give me a reason. I'm tired, and I'm in a lot of pain. So make it a good one.
Taking responsibility. Try to explain that with your powers, you control people's fates. I know how that sounds, but if you have the option, you also have the obligation to all the people you've set on their path. Responsibility for your impact on this world, including Adria. You respect however Marcy feels about it, and you would never ask her to approve of it. But this was something you felt you had to do because of who you are. You accept the consequences. Marcy looks away, scoffing under her breath, her eyes are wet.
You're just like all the others. A few hundred dead lowbloods doesn't mean anything to you. I can't believe I thought we were friends.
His spirit drops as Marty climbs into the helicopter with a heavy heart. You follow. Server sits up next to the pilot's chair. You sit in the back and next to Adria. She sits quietly, warming fists in the fabric of her skirt. No, I made my choice. I would see if I was saying it different, but I have a feeling that chopper blades pick up speed in a moment. Helicopter pads start to drift into the distance below you, and ahead the desert spreads for miles around. Soon the tower and bunker and dunes look small. The morning rakes across them, casting long shadows toward the dying night. Good riddance, you think. You settle in for long, awkward flights. You set down somewhere in the desert, a fair distance from the tower. You're not exactly sure where. All of the desert is kind of blending together lately. Stumble out of the chopper, still feeling a little bit queasy. Not sure if that's from the flight or the general omnipresent horror, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you really need to barf.
Damn, you got a lot in you, huh?
That is a surprisingly accurate statement. You nod and wipe your mouth, glancing up at the others. Drea is standing a little bit away from the others, shifting nervously if Marcy decide to change your mind any minute.
I'm not gonna fucking kill you.
Drea smiles nervously.
Of course you won't.
What are we out here for anyway?
Something from Trissa? Remember that I officially endorsed the Becca Rogers. Becca Rogers. So those are just talking about episodes and stuff, it looks like. Interesting. Those Emperor beware, Lois, servant of the Empire, Henry Spectrum Endless, turning excitement. Ventures at Beck Rogers every week to learn more about how the loyalty of the Empire is awarded. This week's motto, defying the Emperor is a good way to die. GovTube shuts down the rebel broadcast used by the terrorist Tetrarch and Miss Proshut Everdome. High Imperial postponed to dress in light of rebel attack on satellites. Blah blah leaves 17 dead.
I got a little friend who can help us out. Schedule for a resupply and shit.
So does that shit include the possibility of a friend getting everyone off this radio rock?
Exactly, little buddy. Timing's gotta be exact. Always ran near dawn, cause less chance of getting spotted.
Glance nervously at the horizon. It's definitely getting brighter, and at least you can shelter in the helicopter if you really need
Damn,
to.
can't believe I'm finally getting out of here though. Shit's crazy.
Shit is indeed crazy. You just need to get back your powers back, and then you can blaze it up all they want back on Earth. 420.
Mal, you're so fucking weird, I love it.
Several sighs and smiles.
Just feels weird to be thinking about it like that, you know?
I suppose that is fair. You're not sure how exactly they feel, but you said the sentiment. They're definitely not the only person who said that basically the same exact. Well,
You're doing something good, huh? Salvation.
Salvation. Sure, let's call it that. Feels weird to call it that, though. Silver puts their hand on your shoulder and smiles at you.
I gotta go find the higher ground and wait for my friend. You chill here.
Okay, yeah, sure, I can do that. Yeah, you think you could do that? Glance over at Marcy, who simply shrugs and turns her back. Then you look over at Andrea, who's simply shifting nervously in place. All of a sudden, her outfit looks a lot less intimidating and ominous and just overdone, like she's trying so hard to be someone who isn't. For the briefest moment, you feel like you can see the wriggler that she might have once been, shaking and nervous with every expectation put on her. Might just be wishful thinking on your part. It's not the first time you looked at her at a bug theme cerulean and thought, I can fix her.
What's your problem exactly? You keep staring at me.
And I don't blame her. Just thinking is all. You're still feeling weird about this, like Adria can just gets to walk away from everything? Look over at Marty again.
Should have just what exactly?
Never mind. She does realize that back on Earth she's not going to get to do so much murder, right? Preferably no murder. None is the amount of murder she gets to do. Jared glances at you and her shoulders.
I feel like I've made my position on all of that clear enough.
Killing from the whole, yeah, but with slightly higher chances of killing yourself thing from 4 years ago. Jared shrugs.
I'm sorry.
Quick note. Because I just... Very interesting things have been going on. I don't want to forget. Wait, what the fuck? Is she actually apologizing to you? Jared turns away from you, and you can actually see the years weighing on her.
I suppose I am.
That's definitely something. You tell Jared that you need to go check on the server, which is mostly an excuse to get out of a very uncomfortable conversation. She looks at you and actually smiles. That's definitely something else.
Of course, my friend.
You walk over to where Server is standing, pacing nervously. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just waiting on my contact. He's running late and...
Server gestures to the sky. Yeah, it's getting a little uncomfortably warm, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I've got a favor to ask you.
Oh, sure. At this point, you feel like they probably owed a favor to... Server smiles nervously.
Yeah, well, when you see my contact, can you not bring up the thing?
Wait, what's the thing? What is that they're talking about?
Look, just trust me, okay? You'll know what I mean. And if you don't remember, don't worry about it.
Hey! Hey!
Yuri spoke up. You know exactly that voice anywhere.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, you two. Things got a little crazy down on the ground. Base is on high alert. What happened down there?
Oh, I miss my bee friends. A long story. It's good to see him, though. But hey, he's really looking different now. Zebra smiles at you.
It's been a while. I had to make a few changes.
Yeah, he's just like Han Solo now. CBD squints at me.
I have no idea who that is.
What? You know what? It's not important. Does he have a ship? Preferably one where the sun is just starting to shine directly on you?
Oh, of course I do. Let's go.
Oh, right, yeah, because he was a huge Shiver fan, I think. Zebedee leads you down the hill over to the ship, which looks really suspiciously similar to the Millennium Falcon. Is he really not doing this on purpose?
I told you, I have no idea who or what any of that is.
Okay, never mind about any of that. Servo drops into a seat that you should have some holographic chess thing in front of it, but it doesn't.
Chess? You have that back on your planet? Is it also one of the most violent sports ever invented?
No, it's not. No, you think that maybe chess on a tier is something very different than what you're thinking of. CBD shrugs and heads towards the cockpit of the ship. Jared takes a seat nearby while Marty tries to find a spot furthest away from her. Preferring not to have to deal with any of this right now, so you follow CBD back to the cockpit. CBD is already making pre-flight checks while he notices you hanging out in the door to the cockpit.
Hey, good to see you again. Have a seat. You can fly up here with me.
Wait, really?
Of course. Remember that time we stole a scuttle buggy?
You do remember that. Not your finest moment, but you didn't really do anything. More of accomplished after the fact. CBD ignores you completely.
Well, that got me to thinking. I always did whatever anyone told me. I was always the first one to jump to what the Empire wanted. Even in the media I consumed. Very uncritically, I might add. But then I started poking around on the web. I found all these rebels talking about changing things for the better. So I thought maybe I could feel that thrill I felt as a criminal.
Accomplished after the fact?
And maybe I could help people too. So I got in touch with some people I met online and started going to meetings. And then I found out that the rebels don't have that many pilots on account of most of them get sent off-world.
You decided to learn to fly? CBD nods excitedly.
Exactly! You so get me! So, where are you going?
You know what? With everything that's been happening since you got back, you must lost the thread on that entirely. You need to get back to Eteria, that's for sure. Trying to get to the Jade Caverns, if he knows where that is.
Not exactly. I mean, kind of, but...
Oh.
But I do know about a cave with a jade blood in it. At least generally where it is. I can take you.
Yeah, Maybe not perfect, but good enough for government work. Zibidi laughs at you, and you can see how much of his old easygoing self is still there.
What does that even mean?
You know what? You have no idea. Lo-fi tunes to chill to place for everyone. What they behold, they will eventually find some peace. I want to save my progress so far. I got the Salvation End. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever it might lead you into the future. Goodbye, everybody.